class of the Crafty Gemini. In this video tutorial, we are kicking off a new garment sewing series. We're going to start off learning how to make a simple top. All right, so the pattern we're going to be starting off with is for a simple top. We're going to be using a basic commercial sewing pattern that most of you can probably get your hands on at your local fabric store. We're using Butterick number 6214. And if you notice, I have two envelopes here because it comes in two different size ranges. One of them is for sizes extra small, small, and medium. And then the other one is large, extra large, and 2XL. So you're going to want to pick up, it's the same pattern, but for different size ranges. So you're going to want to pick up the size that is for your specific body measurements in that range. And I'll get into that a little bit more probably in the next video. Just know that in the back flap of the patterns, you're going to want to take your bust, waist, and hip measurements and then see what size range you fall under specifically for Butterick patterns. If that doesn't make sense and you want a little bit more guidance, click the link that I've included for you on the little lowercase letter I in the top right-hand corner of this video. That will take you to the video that I did before this one, where I go super in-depth into at least the beginner level of body measurements and picking the right size in your patterns. So this is the pattern we're going to start off with. In the next video, we'll get more into depth, and I'm actually going to take a dramatically different approach to teaching than what I've seen out there. If you all know me, you know I'm a teacher first. And so I have a lot of followers and students who have had just terrible results at trying their hand at garment sewing. And I've done enough teaching, I think, online and in person, that I've compiled a kind of a list of things that beginners tend to do naturally, automatically, because they don't yet have the knowledge or experience in garment sewing, that kind of sets them up already for a little bit of a disaster, right, with the finished garment. So I'm going to actually teach you two different ways on how to make this project. One will be a video on me doing the things that beginners tend to do, and then you'll see the finished results. And then the next video after that, I will feature super step-by-step, in-depth, and kind of correcting those typical mistakes that beginners tend to do, and you'll see the finished results. So you'll be able to see what you don't want to do or what you tend to get as an end result when you don't yet have the knowledge and experience in making these garments versus how I'm going to teach you to make it, so you'll have a better chance at some successful results on your first or second try. So now I want to tell you a little bit about why I chose this pattern. Now I will say it took me over a week of research to find a commercial sewing pattern that was along the lines of what I wanted to teach, that I thought was beginner friendly enough for a true beginner to tackle, okay? Because when we say beginner friendly, if you've been sewing for 40 years, what you consider beginner level is maybe not something that a complete newbie who just got a sewing machine would also consider beginner level. And so as a teacher, I think it's my job to kind of start you from the beginning, because I feel like a lot of times we jump a little bit further than we need to, and that's where a lot of people fall off because they don't get the results that they're expecting, okay? This pattern is not exactly what I wanted, but it'll work. I was looking for something that would work with woven fabrics, meaning the fabrics don't have to stretch, because I know a lot of times, as beginners especially, are scared or intimidated by working with stretch knits. So we'll start off with a woven fabric that those of you who have quilted, maybe have done home decor projects, handbags, wallets, small gift projects, chances are you've worked with woven fabrics already. So it might be a little bit easier and less daunting to start there. Then I wanted something that had no elastic, no buttons, no zippers, nothing of the added sort of notions that you tend to get even in some really beginner-friendly projects. Because I find that those are then technique-based, and I can do full video courses, right, hours and hours long of footage on each of those specific techniques. That's going to be a little bit too complex for beginners to tackle, in my opinion. So I wanted something that was basically, you need fabric, you need thread. Let's jump right in and make the project. And this is right along those lines. Now, if we look at the front of the pattern, you'll see that there's quite a few different options. You have views A, B, C, and D. I'm not going to teach you how to make every single one of these, of course, because each one of those would be their own video course in itself. We are going to pick view C, which is actually the same top that I'm wearing. I did view C with the shorter sleeves. There is a longer sleeve option in view D. There's a pocket. There's a contrasting band. There are a lot of extra little things that, although simple, are going to add more levels of difficulty and complexity to a beginner-friendly project. So trust me, if you want to give it a try, follow along and just do what I show you to do in the videos, and I think you'll be able to tackle this in a little bit more simplified version. All right, so here I am wearing the top that we'll be learning how to make, and if you look at the pattern cover, you'll see that it doesn't really look like it. A lot of what's going to affect your finished outcome in your garment is the fabric. Wrong fabric, even if it's coupled with a nice pattern that fits your dimensions, your measurements, and all that, you might still end up with a hot mess at the end, okay? So I'll tell you, I'm working with a rayon challis fabric here. I like the length of it. I did not follow the length of the pattern as provided for me, okay? So there is a longer option. There's a shorter one that has an added contrast band. I didn't happen to have any fabric on hand that would match with this that I wanted to add a band with. So instead, I simply extended the body a little bit longer to where I wanted it to end when I wear it with jeans. All right, so you can see, real simple, breezy top. The sleeve, there are two different sleeve lengths that you can use, actually three. There's a sleeveless option in the pattern. This is the shorter little sleeve, and then there's one that's a little bit longer. So if you want to cover up more of your bicep, we'll go over that. You'll want to choose the longer sleeve option. I like it that it's just enough to cover kind of the chunk at the top of my arm, but I have 15-inch biceps, and so I don't want to have a longer sleeve that chances are I may have to do a bicep adjustment to the pattern. I wanted something quick that I could just make. So I went with the shorter sleeve option so that it finishes higher and avoids my bicep completely, okay? So these are things that we'll get into, but that you also need to think about as you're tackling your garment sewing projects. Now, we're gonna be doing view C, but without the pocket. I have no pocket on this one. I just want y'all to make a cute, simple top. Just in time for the summer, for the spring. You can even wear it underneath a little cardigan in the fall. This is gonna be a staple for you, okay? But when you follow the pattern instructions and you go through it, if you're a beginner, you're gonna see in the next video what you'll end up with. Then I'll show you how to do it so that it fits more so like this, which is what I wanted. Something a little bit loose and breezy, however, I don't wanna be swimming in it either. I still want it to, you know, kind of go along the silhouette of my body. It doesn't stretch, so it needs to be a little bit bigger so that you have room, right, to move around. I like the length. I have a really high waist, and so I like the hemlines of my tops to come kind of mid to lower hip, and that's what I did with this one. The neckline is really cute. There's no buttons, no fancy notions, but you will be learning how to make your own bias tape so that you can finish the neckline. So this is what we're gonna be making, and if you like what you see and you're wanting to get into making garments that are not for special occasion, right? I tend to sew for things that I can wear all the time. So once I have this top, now I know I like it, I know it fits good, I know what I need to do to get it to look the way that I got this one to look, and then I'm the type of person who's then gonna get like 10 different fabrics and make myself 10 of these different tops. That's how I tend to dress, and that's how I'm gonna teach you to do it. Casual, fun stuff that you can wear in and out and wear it with different outfits for kind of a little bit more chill lifestyle, right? You guys know I live on a farm. I don't really get too dressed up or fancy, but this is something that's cute enough to show off some fun prints and colors that I like to wear, but still casual enough to throw on with some jeans and some cute shoes and go out the door, even for a date night, a movie night, out to dinner with friends, something simple. So this is what we're gonna be working on. And again, it's Butterick number 6214. Now, if you're ready to follow along with this sew along, there's a few things you need to do. First is to get your hands on the pattern. Remember, Butterick number 6214. Make sure that you're getting the one in the size range that you need for your specific size. I will not, unfortunately, be showing you how to pattern draft or how to grade up if you need larger than a 2XL, but you're welcome definitely to follow along the series. I will tell you, if you're someone maybe who wears a 3X or a 4XL, you may still want to follow along because I'll give you a hint. This pattern has a ton of ease built into it, and that means ease is extra. So ease is going to be the difference between your actual body measurements and what the finished garment measures. So if your bust is 40 and the top finishes 45 inches around at the bust line of the actual top, that means you have 5 inches of ease in there. So this pattern it is a loose fitting top. There's a lot of ease built in. So I would say, even if you wear a 3X or a 4X, give it a go. Grab the one that goes up to 2XL, and you may find that you're still able to make one for you to fit, okay? Next, Measurements are very, very important. And I always take my measurements before I start a new garment. Our bodies change all the time. And if you don't yet have a good handy measuring tape, I recommend my little clip and slide measuring tape that we carry in our online shop. Super handy, so that you're able to take your own measurements without needing anybody else to help you or having to hold it in place. If you're not familiar with this and maybe you missed my last video, I'll include a link to it below, also at the top right-hand corner, so that you can see how to use this and definitely get your hands on it, because I think we still have some more left in the online shop. Then you need to make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on the next video, right? Click the subscribe button, it's free. Another option to make sure that you don't miss out on the future videos in this sew along series is to make sure you're subscribed to our email newsletter. You can head on over to CraftyGemini.com, and at the top of the page you'll see a box where you can enter your email address to be added to our email newsletter. And that's just another way for us to keep in touch with you. We often offer coupon codes, discount codes, special kind of deals and things just for our e-newsletter subscribers, so you definitely want to make sure that you're on that, and that way, even if you miss the notifications from YouTube, you'll definitely get the emails in your inbox. And that is it for this video. Wanted to let you know what's coming, what you need to grab. Make sure you get your hands on Butterick pattern number 6214. I know a lot of places have already sold out of it in anticipation of this sew along, since I've been sharing it on Facebook and Instagram. Also, don't forget to follow me on those pages. If you enjoyed this video tutorial and you are ready to join us in this sew along, make sure to give this video a thumbs up below and share it across the different social media sites. And as usual, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next video in this series and any of my future videos. Thanks again for watching, and go ahead and leave me a quick comment below letting me know what part of this sew along series you are most looking forward to. Thanks again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.